Well, Hudson-Smith is away quickly this time. He's known for his blistering first 200 metres, sometimes even goes off too quick. He's put distance between himself and Kunter. Molnar running well at the moment, so too is Pfeiffer's, the Dutchman. The three men on the inside lanes just inside Hudson-Smith are being left for dead at the moment. Now, has Hudson-Smith gone off too quickly? 150 to go for the local hero. They're raising the rafters here in the Alexander Stadium. Hudson-Smith will now get a glimpse of who's behind him, looking up at the big screen. But Hudson-Smith, flying down the home straight, is starting to tire. Kunter's starting to claw back the deficit. Hudson-Smith's got it though. He's overstriding, but he takes it. Hudson-Smith regains his European title. He's a three-time European champion over one lap of the track. 21 years on the Alexandra Stadium track. The European champion, Matthew Hudson-Smith. So it's Matthew Hudson-Smith, the champion once again in 44.17. Mohamed Abdallah Kunter just outside his personal best in 44.40. And a Dutch record for Jonas Pfeiffer's 44.41.
Yeah, my plan was set the tone. Like I said, I knew it was going to take a hell of an effort from everyone to beat me. I was over a second, pretty much over a second faster than everybody. So I knew that if they weren't past me at 350, the race was won. So I got to 350 and I pretty much knew it was over. So I was apparent to the line and, like I said, execute. My coach told me when I get to 120 to seal the deal, and that's exactly what I did.
So Yule in 2, Marival in 3, Diallo in 4, Gokait in 5, Foronzo in 6, Zaplatalova in 7, Nielsen in 8, and Newnham in lane 9. The women's 400-metre hurdles final. Newnham and Nielsen would only have each other to race here in the outer lanes. Zaplatalova a bit ragged over that first hurdle. When you've increased your speed so much, you've got so much stronger, getting your stride pattern right is tricky as well. Foronzo was so quick through the opening stages in her semi-final, but she's already under pressure from Gokait of Belgium. Cockite's giving chase here. It is a Belgian that rises first ever so slightly as we go into the final 4 hurdles. It's all to fight for. Zaplatalova has the lead at the moment. She got the strength in the home straight. They're both reaching for that hurdle here. Gokait digging deep. Zaplatalova looking smooth. The blue bib of the European lead in strong form at the moment. Zaplatalova over the final hurdle. Here comes Newnham and Britain, Diallo and Portugal tying up ever so slightly. It is a title for the Slovakian. Slovakia have never had a medal in this women's 400-metre hurdles, and they strike gold with Zaplatalova. And I think that will be a massive relief for Zaplatalova. Newnham, a PB 53.33. That will push her even further up the British all-time lists. She's the number 2 on the British all-time list behind Sally Gunnell. And Diallo is absolutely delighted. She's broken the Portuguese national record. Fatimata Diallo. Women's 400-metre final, it's gold for Slovakia with Emma Zaplatalova at 52.91. New lifetime best for Great Britain's Emily Newnham and a silver medal. And the bronze goes to Portugal, Fatimata Diallo, breaking the national record, 53.55. Gokait of Belgium, a lifetime best. Equaling performance, but no medal, unfortunately, for her.
Diesel, Wilkes, Szymanski, Kwanmate, Joseph, Bennett, Trajkovic and Pedra. The final of the men's sprint hurdles.
Set.
Silence and then the roar inside the stadium. Szymanski off to a great start and leading the way here from Kwanmate. Joseph trying to chase too, and they're fighting to come through. Joseph it is, for Switzerland gets the gold. It was so close on the line as Kwanmate had the longest lean there. 13.11 on the clock. And Joseph was an indoor champion and now outdoors. And makes up for the disappointment, of course, of Switzerland's Tadej Kambundji outside of the medals in another very close race. Kwanmate came in as the best of the lot this season of the athletes in this final. but you can see his disappointment. He was only going for gold. As we see there, the full results, Joseph from Kwamate and Szymanski, and then a tenth of a second again back to Thomas Wilks, another emerging talent. Enzo Diesel in 5th place for Austria.
Feels amazing. It was a tough race. Came here and managed to run my SB close to PB, so I'm very happy. It was a great night.
So, wearing the gold bib that denotes the defending champion, it's Sara Fantini. Slightly upset at the form book to take the title in Rome. As you might imagine, she was inspired by having friends and family in the crowd. Oh, good opener from Fantini. That's an excellent mark. Just shy of 75 meters. 74.35 for Fantini. She likes it.
Beatrice Nedberger Jarno, the Norwegian, at last making a final. Can be tough to do. Not always possible to produce your best. As it's come up as 72.88. Really strong start, but Sara Fantini now leading by best part of 1.5 meters. So in the second round of this hammer, so lying in 4th place at the moment. As we said, the same place she finished 2 years ago in Rome and indeed Tokyo in those World Championships. So strong rotational acceleration, good balance there. Where's it going to land? And it's right on 75, it looks like. 74.97 for our new leader, the Finn Kosonen. So turning through the circle there, good rotational velocity. And ending up over 75 now for the first time. And Kosonen, 76.28, improving with each round so far.
The great Anita Włodarczyk won 4 European titles between 2012 and 2018. 2012, of course, being the year that we actually switched to a 2-year, a biennial format. Second 2 years ago behind Sara Fantini, who's in second place at the moment. Right on the absolute edge on the left-hand side of the sector. 72.37. So the great Anita Włodarczyk stays in 4th, just out of the medals at the moment.
As Silja Kosonen and Tista Turbo. Kosonen roared on by the Finnish fans who played their part. And another throw over 75 meters.
Silja Kosonen winning by nearly 2 meters with 76.28. 2024 champion Sara Fantini settling for silver on this occasion, 74.35. And Beatrice Jarno of Norway, slightly surprising bronze, but good luck to Norway. They're having a great championships. Jarno, 72.88.
I've had a good season, like consistent, and haven't had too many injuries or any problems, so I felt good and I was confident that I could win.
Full line-up with Dario Desta, Dai Keita, Jeff Taisala, Thomas Järvinen, Zsombor Gaupal, Nino Portman, Amadeus Graber, Maken Songletti and Leo Neugebauer. So we could see a time of around 10.50 here. Let's see who can maximise their potential. Gletti with work to do. It's Portman going well here. Graber trying to follow him through. And Portman from Taisala, it looked like. 10.69 the winning time. So faster than both and Strasky. Delivering 931 points. As we look at the standings after one event, and it's a replication of really what we've just seen. But yeah, all of the fastest athletes there. It was top 5 coming in that final heat. And suffered a result. As a result, Leo Neugebauer then in the 3rd round here. 7.61 already so far. So, best of all by 16 centimetres.
He's got time now. 7.66. Can he build on that, the Norwegian? Yeah, he likes it. He's gone better. What does he get? 7.80. He improves nonetheless. He is an 8-metre plus jumper, as I just said, way beyond 8 metres these jumpers. 780 is solid, into a slight headwind, minus 1.1, 1,010 points. Tesla then in 6th place overall, 735 that opener, then a no jump. Would love a few more centimetres here, and he might have grabbed them. Well, has he eased a little bit more out of this one, Tesla? That into a 1.7 win, finds another 32 centimetres, 767, 977 points. And there it is, standings after 2 of the 10 events. Plenty more to come. Neugebauer, 4 points in the lead. Only another 12 back is Schottheim. And then, what, another 33 back to Portman, another 16 back to Strasky. The gaps aren't big at all just yet.
Neugebauer then, at his first European Senior Championships. Now his PB is further than the championship best performance. So we know that we're expecting something big here. Leo Neugebauer looks to be over 17 metres, and nobody has done that. So what's his measurement going to be? 17.13.
6'4", 91 kilograms, and he's a great shot putter, and he's going really well. That's nice again from Gletti. He opened with 14.55, then 15.13, and that one surely is further. 15 metres 65, 830 points.
Jeff Tesla in a fantastic position, second after 2 events, 10.75 100 metres, 7.67 long jump. Well over 900 in both of those. And let's see what he can do here. So that energy like a coiled spring, a little bit lacking there. Short of 16 metres. He is over 15.11 for Jeff Tesla. First time in his career he's gone over 15 metres. PB by over half a metre there, Schottheim. So the risk here is that he loses best part of 150 points. Even though Neugebauer isn't at his absolute best, he has a chance to improve too. 14.45 for 756 points. So at the moment losing, I think that's 165 in this 3rd discipline after those 3 events with the high jump to come. And that really is one of Schottheim's trump cards, including this year 208 at the Norwegian Championships, a couple of centimetres higher than Neugebauer. So maybe on this year's form it's a little bit more neutralised, and that again could play into the German's favour. Well, he jumped 206, would be worth 859 points. 199 first of all, and that's much better. And he looked at 196, so few athletes look like they're gaining some rhythm, some momentum out there.
But this is a crucial jump for the defending decathlon champion, Johannes Herm, and he goes clear at 199. Big effort from the tall Estonian. He was in trouble, 2 failures at this height.
Looking confident, able to pass through these heights. What can he do, the Norwegian? And he gives that bar a rattle, but over at 205, 850 points. Throwing the gauntlet down to Neugebauer. And they're very closely matched over 400 metres, so overnight it could well be very nicely poised. Yeah, Schottheim closing the gap from 181 to 125. And he has a slightly better second day, but really, again, not much in it. Tesla dropping down 1 place to 3rd. Gletti remains competitive. Nicholas Cowell among those waiting to see what his day 2 chase will be. But eyes there, the gold vest, easy to pick out, of Leo Neugebauer, the overall leader. 26-year-old at his first European Senior Championship. But look at Yes Tesla. In many ways, would be expected to win this final heat. 47.13 in Götzis last year, his PB. But this could be a brilliant time for Tesla. 47.09, so a small personal best here. Neugebauer ends up flat on his back on the ground.
Yes, there's the standings at the halfway point. Leo Neugebauer, 4,483 points. Jeff Tesla doing superbly well 71 points in arrears of the German Sander Scotium after that rather disappointing 400 metres. Now in third place, 4,082 points. Mackensen Gletti still very much in contention, 59 points further back in fourth.
Emanuelito, Kambunji, Prepens, Cladera, Joseph, Asher-Smith, Pointet and Kadari. First semi-final underway with lanes 2 to 9 in use. As you'd hope, Pointet going well, part of a very strong Swiss contingent. But now, Dina Asher-Smith, who is the European leader, 22-28, just beating Amy Hunt in London, and just ahead, as things stand, of Jemima Joseph. So this is a better showing, at least as far as the semi-final is concerned. 22-48 for Asher-Smith, 20 times a maiden medalist, also including indoors and out and relays. But a winner of this title in 2016 and 2018 with that incredible hat-trick, those couple of seasons, 2019 and 2018, perhaps the peak of her career, but trying to still put in a great showing at European level.
Good start from Bastiri of Spain, working up on the inside of Young and Amy Hunt. Past Boglaka, Takac already. Bastiri and Hunt absolutely flying around the bend here into the home straight. Amy Hunt is closer to the crowd. They'll be cheering her on. She's into the last 50 with a massive lead. Surely she's going to look round. Amy Hunt cruises to a victory, 22-38. Faster than Dina Asher-Smith. Bastiri behind. And a good run from Boglaka Takac. She's had a brilliant championships, the Hungarian. We'll have to wait and see how that time churns out compared to the other races. But Hunt and Bastiri, brilliant bends, great out of the blocks. Great to the top of the straight, and then Hunt just basically was faster.
Svensson, Caliguri, Adeleke, Fontana, Makobe, Erdogan, Hunker and Borrero. Third semi-final in the women's 200 metres. Adeleke, the tall figure in the green Irish vest, looking strong here, and her endurance should count for something. She looks like she's going to lead down this home straight. Erdogan and Hunker neck and neck behind, and Erdogan also finishing fast. So Adeleke, is she just about going to get there? Fabian Hunker this near side. Adeleke does get the verdict across the line. 22-43 for Rashida Adeleke, and that is, within a tenth of a second of her lifetime best. Of course, she's a 49.07 400-metre runner, fourth at the Olympic Games, and she has had time with injury, a couple of hamstring injuries, keeping her out of training for a couple of weeks at the time. There's been some criticism as well in the Irish press, so I think she'll be delighted to silence some of the critics, and there is that full list, which is great to see, led by Amy Hunt.
Max Bergen on his day loves to front run. At the moment, he's slotted in fourth place, 52.23 from Ryan Clark. It's not quick, it's not going to trouble anybody. And Tawal is looking a lot better than he did in the opening round.
So, top three going through to the final, and then two-time qualifiers across these two semis. Bergen there on the outside, looking to push. And there is Gronstad as Bergen makes the move in the white vest. Stepanov finds a gap on the inside. Past Clark is going backwards. Almost a slight touch there towards the back of Bergen. Only helped him on his way, it seems. So the Briton with Tawal struggling, fighting once again towards the back. Can he make a move? Can he respond down the home straight? And Bergen, well, looks to be fully recovered at this point. Has a gap here on the Spanish athlete Barroso. So Bergen then goes through with Barroso and Marina Blodek of Croatia, 144.74. And it looks like he's ready for the fight. He's ready to fight for a medal. An athlete who's had such bad luck with injuries in the past, and then he finds himself getting an illness. But doing these two back-to-back championships, really rare that he's had the opportunity to do that, and looks to be in good form. Well, what a battle this is, and you know, Mark English, of course, he was trumped by McPhillips last year, but he is the athlete that competes in the semi-final. McPhillips going out, and yeah, Mark English has medalled in every single European indoors that he's taken part of. 51.36 here at the bell, so that's faster than we saw in that first semi-final. And Panici, of course, has that eye tattoo on his arm, looking strong there out front. Mesian hoping to go better than Tual did. English tucked on the inside, and Patterson has to do better than the Commonwealth semi-final and has to move up faster.
English looking for room on the inside. It wasn't there for the Irishman. Panici from the front looking so strong, and there goes Ben Patterson. He's going for a big move here in the last 200 metres. Mohamed Atawi has got a sensational finish on him. Remember, 3 through to the final, and pretty much everybody is still involved. Panici trying to go gun to tape. Ben Patterson being cheered on by the British crowd, and there goes Mark English. Somehow, again, he bursts from the pack when no one else would find space. It's English from Ben Patterson, and then a fight across the line for Leclésio and Atawi. They're sharing a hug. I think they know it's going to... Wow, 1:43.49. It's a new championship record. I don't know, that will have many people, particularly the Irish, saying that Mark English is even more of a favourite for that final than he was already. He's the top qualifier at 1:43.49, breaking the long-standing championship record. Ben Patterson qualifies second fastest. All of those top marks, the top 5 from that for that second heat. Panici rewarded from the front-running effort, 1:43.84, gives him the final time qualifying spot. What a final to look forward to in that men's 800. Have these athletes judge their effort right as they come round the top bend. There's a bit of a push from Edlund of Sweden. Coming into his running around the top bend to make a world champs semi-final last year was mighty impressive. Him and Akchamps stride for stride here as we enter the home straight. 2 hurdles left to go. Sweden, Turkey going well. And here's the charge on for the other qualifying spots. Edlund looks clear for Sweden, but it's all to fight for behind. Fischer Breiholtz closes well off the final hurdle. 47.82 from Edlund. If that's right, that is a huge lifetime best.
Sector left is going well as he clears these barriers. The man from Guernsey. Inside him, look at Agyakam come through. He's fabulously powerful. He's tall as well, the German. Easing through here into the home straight with a big lead and pulling away from the pack. Good running on the outside from the Swiss, Danny Brandt on the left. And a real battle going on for second spot. Bengstrom in the yellow and Sibelio Vitli just holding on to it, or is he? A comfortable win there for Agyakam. And it is Sibelio who takes that critical second spot. 48.17. It's considerably slower than the first race. Remember, Edlund 47.81. That massive new national record for the Swedes by the 23-year-old. And Agyakam, well, he delivered there as was expected.
It's a lonely run at the moment for Nazir at Turkey because he's ahead of Josh Folds, but behind Varholm. And you can see Varholm rising fast, only just ahead of Gucek. Here we go, into the home straight. The stagger doesn't matter anymore. We can compare these athletes like for like. And it's Varholm from Gucek. They've got to keep pushing here because there's a charge on for Nazir. Varholm is looking up at the big screen. Let's hope he judged this right. Ooh, he is across the line first in 48 seconds exactly. So he'll be the second fastest qualifier. Gucek of Slovenia holding on for second, and Ismail Nezir, a brilliant race from the Turkish athlete. I mentioned he had to stay calm as Varholm went flying off in the first half of the race, and he did judge his effort really well, looked so strong in the closing stages. There they all are. Oscar Edlund, a new Swedish national record, 47.81, the only man underneath 48 seconds. A lot of the other big names doing fine. And then we can see Delgado and Nazir, the 2-time qualifiers, another national record on that list as well. Great running from Gucek.